Hello guys, if you are new here, my name is Leda Rose and I'm a Bikini Barista, and my content is basically just like whatever the fuck I want to record, whatever the fuck I want to post, you know. I basically like to call it Zeta's like video diaries in a way. Just like shit that I like to look back on. Okay, but I got a lot of views on a video where I would tell you guys my disturbing experiences as a Bikini Barista. And I would love to like just dive back into that, because I think that was around like 2-ish to 3 years ago. And I have had my fair share of crazy experiences since then. Funny, scary, weird, all that shit. So yeah, I'm gonna get my little notepad and I'm gonna write down everything, or at least everything that I can remember at this moment. It's literally 7 a.m. right now and I've had no customers, but I thought this stand would actually be like the cutest like little like pink backdrop for it. But yeah. Okay, I will see you guys probably in a couple seconds for you, probably an hour for me. Okay, I have completed my list. There's even some on the back. Okay, we're just gonna go down the list, whatever I made. So the first one is, get your popcorn. So the first one is, so me and this girl named, what should I call her? Selena. I'll use like Selena Gomez, Miley Cyrus names. Okay, but Selena, me and her were doing like a double together, and like we had gotten like a new kind of boss at the time, like new management. So like he was kind of trying out doing like later hours. So our Everett walk-in stand, we close at 9 p.m. usually, but we were trying the 9 p.m. to midnight, which wasn't bad. It was actually like super busy. It was a nice shift. But this like guy comes in and he looks like super familiar, and I'm like, dude, I know this guy. I have a video actually of like what he was saying to her, because I was like, but yeah. So basically he comes inside the stand and he's like kind of trying to act like a little fucking dickhead, and I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, you know me, Zeta, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, actually, I don't know you. What do you want to drink? What do you want to drink? I've asked him probably like 50 times, what the fuck do you want to drink? What are you drinking? Give me money, you know? Like, he was just being like very rude, and he was like, fuck you, bitch. Like, I don't want that shit. Well, he wasn't saying that. He was like, how do I explain it? He was just acting like too cool for school and trying to act like he like knew me, like he was my father or something. Like, acted hella weird. He's like, I already know that, blah, 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 blah. I was like, what the fuck? And then it got to the point where I was like, okay, well, you're wasting my time. So if you're not gonna, like, buy a drink, then get out, you know? And he's like, I don't want to drink. I don't drink that crap. Like, and I'm like, so why are you here, dude? And so he's like, I'll tip you. And I was like, okay, then tip me then. And he's, nah, if you're gonna act like that. And I'm like, okay, then get out of my stand, because I don't know why you're acting like this. You're starting to make me and her feel uncomfortable because you're being hella weird. You're saying rude ass shit. And she was just like standing there. She was like scared. And he was like, you're acting hella different around her. And I was like, I think I've met you like one time. You're familiar. He was like, stop acting like you don't know me. And I'm like, I don't. I really don't know you. I am so sorry. Like, I do not know you like that. Me and you are not on that level. Yeah. So I was like, oh, I got a customer. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. Oh, you're bumping it in there.
Yeah.
Back to the shit. Okay. Okay. So basically, I was like, okay, you gotta leave. He's like, I ain't leaving. And I'm like, oh, shit. I was like, shit, I've never had to deal with this before. I was like, okay, dude, you gotta go. Like, you gotta go. Can you leave? Can you leave? And then he was like, I didn't even come here for this bitch. I came for you, Zeta. Like, this bitch is hella ugly. Like, insert video now. But yeah, I was like, you're wildin', dude. She's not ugly. She's baddie, you know? But I was like, dude, you gotta go. I'm gonna call the cops. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Call the fucking cops. And I was like, oh my fucking god. And then my boyfriend at the time, my ex right now, fucking little cheating ass bitch, he fucking, he showed up like a minute after he left, because he finally left after I was like, dude, I have like the number being dialed in my phone right now. If you don't leave, I am calling the fucking cops, you know? Here's another thing. Oh, not like how you can see that shit. Alright, so yeah, that was him. He was very different. Oh my gosh, this guy would scare me. He would do it every time. So he'd like have like a gun on the side of his like car, and you could see it. and he'd like pull it out like to show me it like every time, like hella randomly. I'm like, am I being robbed? Like, I haven't even made that much today. But yeah, short story, man. Oh my god, this guy, he was like in like the walk-in, he was like, can you please choke me? Can you please choke me? I really want you to choke me. I want you to dom me. And I'm like, here's your black Americano. That is your dom. That is your darkness for the day, sir. I'm not doing that. I'm not choking you. It's like when guys ask you like to pee or spit in their coffee. It's like, what the fuck? I'm like, what if I have something poisonous in me? I'm a Scorpio. Yeah, I never know. Another one. Oh yeah, so this was actually at this stand. It was like a 304, if you don't know what that is. It's a and she was like walking around, and I'm like, and she come up to the stand, she was like asking for something to drink, and then her like card declined, or she didn't even have any fucking money or something like that. I was like, girl. But she was basically saying that she like, oh, I make hella money. Yeah, I just made $20. And I was like, okay. Honey, I made $20 just talking. I just made it. Literally. Just made it. At the walk-in, I make a lot more. Sorry, I kind of sound annoying right now. I'm buzzed off this caffeine. Like, my eyes and my face are like, but my whole body is like up. Okay. I'll probably crash after this video. Oh my gosh. Okay, actually, I'll save that one for last. Oh, this wasn't even like me, but it's like a crazy story. So this was at my stand, and I was working there at the time, but I wasn't working that shift. Let's say it was Miley. Miley was working that shift, and she's like working, and then she sees like boots under like the fence. Like, imagine like seeing boots under that fence. And she's like, what the fuck? And she was opening, so it was like super dark out. And so she starts like flashing a flashlight at him, and then he starts running across the street to like Jack in the Box across the highway. And she like is chasing him, like, stop stalking me, bitch, or like some shit like that. And she was like chasing him with like a pole or something, because he kept doing it like at every one of her shifts. Like, he would do it. Like, that's so creepy. Imagine like opening and like this guy's just like staring at you, stalking you through a window. Like, that is so creepy. I'd rather have you come up and like fucking have a pointless conversation with me and not pay for anything than creep me out. Okay, my next one is, oh, this is like another guy. He's like this old dude, and he came in like acting like he knew me. Like, I was with another customer, he's like, I know you, Zeta, and he was hella drunk. And then I would say things like, yeah, like, yeah, I like to play, or yeah, I was playing Fortnite last night. And he's like, yeah, I know that about you. I know you like doing that. And I'm like, no, you don't, because I don't play it that much. Which I should. I'm a fucking boss at Fortnite. Kinda. Okay, next one. Oh yeah. This like couple with this girl, like, she kept trying to get me to go to her house, and she's like older, and she was like, she was like trying to get me to like be into girls, and I'm like, no, chica. No! I'm not doing it! And it's like someone like trying to like persuade like a straight person to like be gay or some shit. It's like, girl, no, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I'm not gonna say any much more about that, because she still comes to me every once in a while. Oh yeah, so this guy with like autism, where he's like on the spectrum, he'll like come by and like he won't buy anything, which is fine, you know, you can have a conversation with him. But like he'll like try to grab the girls or like hug them, and then kind of use like that he's like on like the spectrum. Is the spectrum say like mean? I don't know. I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but like girls will like literally text in the group chat like, oh my god, he's here, you know. Like, he'll try to grab girls. Like, we're kind of scared one day because like he could hurt us, you know. Like, you never know. Like, I'll tell him that I can't serve him. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't serve you. And I'll shut the window, and he'll start screaming, fucking bitch, and like banging on the window and shit. So it's scary, you know. I don't like serving him. Yeah, he'll like come through on his bike, and like all the girls know who he is, because he'll come to like all of like the shifts. He'll be like asking for like a specific girl. He's like, do you know where she is? Like, I don't know. It's very weird. Yeah, not trying to make judgy of that at all. Another one. I'm almost done. Oh yeah, this guy one time, I felt like an actual barista. I'm like, why are you being a fucking dickhead to me? So this guy, right, he was asking for a drink. Let's say he asked for a 12-ounce mocha or something like that, or a 16-ounce mocha. So they don't really tell you like everything that you need. And then I'm like, okay, how are you? Good. What can I get for you? A 12-ounce mocha. Okay. Do you want it hot or cold? Hot. Okay. Do you want white chocolate or regular chocolate mocha? Regular chocolate. Okay. And are you okay with regular milk? Yes. And then he starts getting more and more mad. And I'm like, okay, it's a 12-ounce. Do you want 2 or 1 shot? Because usually people get 2, but it only comes with 1. And he's like, and he's getting like hella mad. And he's like, 1. And then I'm like, okay, do you want whipped cream on it? And he's like, I don't know why the fuck you're asking me so many fucking questions. It shouldn't be this hard to like order like a damn coffee. And I'm like, well, like, there's a lot of add-ons, you know, like, I don't want to make your coffee bad, you know, like, just some old grumpy man. Yeah, he's a little bit of a something. Oh my god, this one was so embarrassing. It happens all the time. Girls will pull up and they'll just drive off. But this one, like, this dad pulled up, right? And he was, like, with, like, a little girl. Like, she was probably, like, 5, and I felt so bad. I was like, hey. And, like, he didn't, like, want to drive off. He felt bad, too, that he, like, if he drove off, I think. But he was like, hey, can I get like a frappuccino? I was like, sure. And then I was like, oh, we're out of like this stuff. Do you want like this flavor? And he was like, I'm gonna go. And then left. Like, got like very awkwarded out and just left me. I think I have another customer coming through. But yeah, and I have one more for you guys, so stay tuned. Is my old boss. I haven't worked for him in 3 years. And I don't like posting stuff about like calling like specific people out. And hopefully no one sees this because I really don't want to be like a bad person, but I'm just trying to make content and live a little, okay? But so the reason why I quit my last stand was the boss was a fucking creep, to say the least. He was very weird. Yeah, I felt very, he'd always make jokes like, oh, look at that, like, extra large hot cup, that's how big my dick is, it's as big as, like, a Comcast controller, like, hella weird shit like that. Like, he was known for that, like, oh, you want more shifts? Fuck me then. He did it to my friends who I got the job for, like, a little bit, and they just did not like that, you know? Made you feel, like, very uncomfortable. So, I'd broken up with my boyfriend of 5 years, I'm fucking bubbly this morning. I broke up with my boyfriend of 5 years, and I had met this new guy, and I kind of like told him about it, like when he'd come by, like in the drive-thru, and he was like, oh, before you get like, he would like start flirting with me more because he realized that I was like single, about to get in a new relationship. And so he would come to the drive-thru kind of flirting with me. And then there was one night where I was doing like a close, so it was like 8 p.m. to midnight on like a Friday or a Saturday, and he like came inside the stand and he was like, hey, before you get in your relationship, I think that we should have sex. And I'm like, totally. I didn't know what to say. I was like 18, 19-year-old at the time. And I was like, oh, I'm so scared. I'm scared shitless right now. So I was like, haha, totally. He didn't touch me at all. It was kind of more just like verbal actions. But I was like, yeah, we can do that. He was like, let's go in the shed right now. Like, come on, let's go in the shed. Like, and the shed was like, let's say like this is a stand. That's like the shed right here. It was like connected. It wasn't connected, but it was like right next to the actual stand. But yeah, and he like closed the curtains, shut off the open signs, everything like that. And I'm like, oh fuck. And like I wasn't even closed yet. And so I'm like, how about like we just do it at your house tomorrow? Like we can just have fun there, you know? And he's like, yeah, that works. Like, are you actually gonna come? Like, are you actually gonna do it? And I was like, yeah, dude, like, I want to come to your house. Like, I think it would be a lot more fun to, like, do it on a bed. He was like, okay, bet. But, like, I have my girlfriend, so you just got to be, like, discreet. I'll call you tomorrow. And then this motherfucker was, like, blowing me up at, like, 10 a.m. He was like, yo, where you at? Are you going to come through? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no. I was like, John, no, I quit. You made me feel so uncomfortable last night. I just said his name. I hope this video doesn't blow up or anything. I'm not editing that out. I'm not good at editing. But I was like, no, dude, I am not coming over to your house. I quit. That made me feel really uncomfortable. And his messages were, I didn't know you were so sensitive. And I'm like, what are you talking about? yeah, that just felt really uncomfortable. So I hit up my current boss. I was like, hey, do you think like you have any shifts for me? He sent me like the shifts right away, and I was like, dude, I love you. I love you. And I'm still working for him for till this day. He's awesome. He's a cool guy. I've had no problems with him like that whatsoever. Yeah, definitely very positive work experience in area. But yeah, that other stand was very toxic, and I'm like so grateful to be able to work here. Yeah, that was that experience. That's why I don't work at that stand anymore. And a lot of girls have quit given that stuff. Like, I'd get like 2 shifts a week too. I'd be working 6 hours. Here I'm working like 30, 40 tops, maybe 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I'm not working 40. I'm working like 5 to 6 5-hour shifts. Yeah, but I'm just making a lot more money. I'm a lot more happier. Like, it's crazy. I would take home like $20 a day. But yeah, those are my weird, disturbing experiences, and I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you got a laugh. Hopefully you got a scare. Being a bikini barista, my tongue is so dry, is not all amazing, but it's not all bad either. I love this fucking job more than anything, but also with good things has negative things sometimes, you know. I feel like being a stripper would be like a lot more scarier, but I love being a bikini barista. It's awesome. It's an amazing job. Yes, you go through some crazy shit, but it's dope. I love it. You know, I love that I'm doing it young too. Yeah. Alright guys, thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're in Seattle, come see me. If you have any questions, just message my socials. They'll be linked in the bio below. Follow me. I'll put my main account, my barista account, and my Snapchat. But yeah, alright. Peace out guys. Love you. Be a hoe if you want.